So what is up, guys? This is Amazing Maze here to talk to you about the new PS4 at the E3 event today. It was unveiled, the system and everything. Before, when the Sony event happened, all we had was the controller. But now, we have the actual system and everything. I'm okay. Okay, I got my iPhone here with my notes out that I took during the event, so I can bring it to you. I want to make sure I get all the stuff accurate, so I wrote it down. I'm going to read it straight off there. But first of all, we got the price point. That's what we're going to start with. $3.99. The Xbox today was unleashed that it's going to be, the price point is going to be about $4.99. Sorry about that, tripping over my words there. That's $100 cheaper for an even better system in my view, as you will see after I explain these features. First of all, you don't always have to be online while playing your games. With the Xbox, you have to log in within 24 hours of playing your game to activate the game even. Second of all, you're allowed to actually use used games on the PS4. The Xbox One, as they're calling it, is not allowed to have anything used on it. Which means if you go to a friend's house with the exact same with your game, you won't be able to play it because it's considered a used game. Alright, controller-wise, the DualShock 4 controller. The Xbox One controller is about the same thing as the Xbox 360 controller. The PS4 controller has the DualShock 4. With increased, better analog sticks they're saying, and trigger fingers, which means L2 and R2. And it's also got that share button on it, along with the touchscreen across the middle, the controller we've all seen, if you are a PS4 fan like I am. Alright. Driver Club is a thing set up through PlayStation Plus. It's offering games now. Sony's got a contract with them. They're offering games free through PlayStation Plus if you are a member. Rumors have it that you might have to be a PlayStation Plus member to play multiplayer. I mean, as long as you keep including the features that they do now with PlayStation Plus, with the free games and everything like that, I wouldn't be really mind to pay $5 a month, as they're saying. $60 a year, so $5 a month. You know, it wouldn't really bother me to pay as long as you get all these free games that they're offering. Like I think right now, Grand Theft Auto is $10 to download on the PS3. The last time I checked. And you get all the free avatars and everything else just like that. And the newest thing, also, is you can play games while they're downloading. You download them straight from your phone or the PlayStation app, which they're going to have, and then it downloads on your system. And then when you get home, it's there, or you can choose to go to the PlayStation Store, click download, and while it's downloading, you'll be able to pick to download the single player or the multiplayer first, depending on which one you want to play. I'm guessing most people pick the multiplayer so they can start playing with their friends right away. Then you download the single player in the background. Or even while you're at school, you log on to your PlayStation app, say click download, and it'll purchase it and download it straight to your PS4, so when you get home, you'll have it straight on there, which will almost eliminate disc-based games completely if they get this feature with all games, which I'm going to do. But when you're talking about this, you need to talk about the hard drive that's in it. The hard drive, Xbox One released their hard drive as a 500 gigabyte hard drive. The PS4s, I would say need to be at least a terabyte. That's twice the size of the Xbox One's hard drive, but that's what I'd be going for. I'd be going for at least a terabyte. With 500 gigabyte hard drive, a game I think is about 7 gigs, which some of the games I've downloaded on there, 4 and 7 gigs, depending on the graphics. Like Assassin's Creed, I got it with the downloadable content. The original Assassin's Creed was 7 gigs on my system, so I had to delete it. I couldn't keep it on there, never got to play it. Because I'm absolutely out of room on my PS3 at the moment. Alright, another cool feature though is the remote play with the PS Vita. Everything on your PS4 will be able to be played with your PS Vita as like a second screen, I guess you could call it, is what they're calling it. But it said that you'll be able to use this, play all your games. I don't know how this is going to work. I mean, the PS Vita does have both analog sticks, but with all the features they're talking about on the PS4, I don't know how the Vita is going to be able to handle it. I mean, you got the Apple TV sending your screen straight over to your TVs, probably through Wi-Fi, or you're going to have to be connected to the same Wi-Fi network, or what's going to happen? How are you going to make this Vita get all your PS4 stuff? That's going to be my question for them. One thing that I've realized a lot about the PS4 though, is how they're turning it into a social network similar to Facebook. When you look at your friends, you're actually going to see their actual picture on there. And then you can send them messages to the PlayStation app on their phone, and then they'll be able to reply to you. You can share stuff with them, share videos. And then one thing they released back at the original press conference with the controller, is they said that you'll be able to take over your friend's PlayStation and beat the part of the game for them. How this is going to work is beyond my capabilities of explaining in tech terms, but something through Wi-Fi and games and network sharing and all kinds of stuff like that. I'm sure you'll have to have the same game. Like, I'm sure your friend can't just have a different game completely and just all of a sudden just take control of your system. I'm sure you're both going to have the same game. It's going to be something like that. You can't just both play on one game, on one system. You're going to have to see how that incorporates. Also, the controller, the touchscreen, I've mentioned that. The hardware in it, I mentioned that I would like to see a terabyte hard drive in it, but the processor in it is an 8-core AMD processor called Jaguar. That's the exact, similar to one that Xbox has. Xbox One has a 8-core made through Microsoft. Sorry, Microsoft makes the Xbox. But, and then also at the conference, PS4 conference, I can't get away without talking about the games that were announced through PS4. Some of the games were considered Destiny, which is one that I pre-ordered already, but I pre-order games just for the posters and the giveaways that they give you, $5 poster. I'm like, hey, wait, that's cheap, Come on, no brainer, right? But anyway, Destiny, it actually really cool. It's made through Activision and Bungie, I think they said it was. I'm not quite sure, I didn't write that down. But Destiny is going to be a 7-person multiplayer gameplay. They're saying it's the few years that they're going to have it, which means it's a series similar to Halo style it looks like, because you see people jumping around through the maps. It's in the future, you look like an alien person, you're walking around, you get different guns for killing bosses. You don't all get the same gun. You get different guns, then you meet different people. Everybody, it seems like somewhat of a World of Warcraft meets Gon's system, is what it seemed like to me, with somewhat smaller lobbies. But you got 7 people playing. Seems like you can get all your friends together and play. It's going to be a really neat game. I'm going to be checking it out personally. Then Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is one of those games that I didn't think they were going to put for the PS4, but they said they were going to. So I'm looking forward to that one. And then Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls will not be out right away for the PS4. Will be out in the first year though. That's when all these games come out, is within the first year of the system being released. So Elder Scrolls, right away, after about a month or two, you'll be able to get the online multiplayer beta, as long as you're a PlayStation Plus member, which I'm sure most people that would get this PS4 will be able to get that or that PlayStation Plus membership right away, because you are a diehard fan of Sony, just like I am. And if you do get PlayStation Plus today or tomorrow, and you get it so it lasts until the PS4 comes out, you will still be a PlayStation Plus member come when you get your PS4 and activate your account. And since they're still talking PlayStation Network, I'm sure that all your trophies and everything will be able to compatible, and everything will sync straight over to your PS4. They're saying they're still going to keep the trophy system, so it should all intermingle pretty good. What I'm wanting to know is my question, hoping to find out later this week at the conference, is are they going to make it so you can play with PS3 members? I mean, they're both over PlayStation Network, so if you have the same games, why can't you just play together? Seems like a simple question to me, but I'm not sure. Then you've got the new game coming out, Watch Dogs. Seems like an Assassin's Creed world, where the world is your battlefield. You take over electronics, you can use anything electronic. The game is about choices. Everything you have a choice to do. As they showed during the conference, they showed a cop come up to you, and he says, drop your weapon. You can either pick to deactivate, make his cell phone ring, you can make all kinds of stuff happen, you can make a chopper fall out of the sky, or they chose blackout, and it just made everything in the area black out. You have the control over all the technology, so you can make all kinds of crazy stuff happen. I've seen all kinds of trailers online. I'll put a link in the description if you need me to. But just type it in, Watch Dogs, on YouTube and see what comes up. Watch Dog trailer. It's pretty sick. Check it out. That's one game I'll be getting for the PS4 also. I'm going to try to get this PS4 as soon as possible to bring videos about it. Bring whatever I can about this system. I just really want it personally for myself. I'll put videos out just so other people can see it, because I know it's going to be hard to get. Then the big game for it, Assassin's Creed 4. Assassin's Creed 4, they've been out, sort of lost me after Revelations. Revelations sort of lost me. I didn't really get into that one. Assassin's Creed 3 I heard was really good. Haven't gotten the chance to play much of that yet. Played a little bit of it at a friend's house, never really bought it for myself. Hey, but since the PS4, he'd buy it and then I'd play it later. Just bringing that back into it, that's one of my favorite things, is the used games thing. We'll make it so their thing was once you buy the disc, it's your disc to do what you want with. Xbox is making it so once you buy the disc, it's not your disc. It's just your copy for you to use. One copy, not multiple copies. You can't sell it. There's no point in it. There's no reason. once you spend that 60 or whatever price it's going to be for the next systems, I'm sure it'll be about 80 or 100 bucks per game, then you're out of that money. No trading it in, no selling it, because a used game, you activate it, you're done for. Another game coming out, Sony Special, Infamous Second Son. The Infamous series has really taken off. It's a Sony-made series that I've really come to enjoy. I'm still working on beating Infamous 2, didn't pick it up until real late in the series. If you can annoy my hamster over there making all the noise in the background. But Infamous Second Son coming out for the PS4. Another one is Kingdom Hearts. I did not think they would bring this one over to the PS4. This is one that really confused me. I'm not sure why they're doing it, but it really looks sick to me. All these games I'll probably be picking up. And then you got Abe's Odyssey is another one. I didn't hear much about that. And then you got Octodad is one of the ones that's coming over in the PlayStation Plus. It's coming out within 2 to 3 months for free to PlayStation Plus members, along with about 7 or 8 other games. So if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you'll be able to get those, download them straight to your system from your PlayStation app on your phone, and then they'll be home for you come January. Amazon right now, if you go to pre-order the system, says it comes out December 31st of this year. But considering the Xbox comes out in November, I don't think they're going to wait till after the holiday season to release this. But you never know. My guess is late October, early November, somewhere in there. Because they're saying Assassin's Creed 4. Assassin's Creed 4 is like November. And Xbox was saying they're getting Battlefield 4 and Ghosts. Xbox realizes their system is not the greatest and it's made for more social stuff, for more a media center than a gaming system. So they took it and relied on Call of Duty Ghosts and Battlefield 4 to be their main drivers for this game. PS4 sticking with games that you don't even hear about, just new games such as Destiny and Watch Dogs, which actually look really nice in my opinion. But I'm going to go and wrap up that video. If you want a more in-depth thing, and I'll be bringing a video tomorrow covering what Sony has to say tomorrow. I said this is going to be going for a few days. I'll also do a video on the Apple iOS 7, possibly. I've seen a bunch of videos on YouTube, so I might go ahead and lay off of that one and just bring you more Call of Duty videos if I get around to playing. But this PS4 is really getting into me, and I'm really getting into it. I don't know how that sounds, but anyways, PS4. Oh, another thing I'd like to add before I end this video. Xbox has a thing with Twitch where you can live stream directly to Twitch on there. PlayStation just has it so you can share with friends. They also mentioned something about another online streaming place. They're not going to use Twitch, they're going to use a different place called, I can't remember at the moment, but I'll look it up, put a link to it in the description too, and leave that for you guys. But for now, Amazing Mace out. Later.